In this video, we are going over the answer to the Got It number 2 in lesson 12.3, finding unknown leg lengths. All right, we're dealing with the Pythagorean theorem here. We're applying the Pythagorean theorem because we are using right triangles. It says, to the nearest tenth, what is the height of the square pyramid? Make sure you've tried this problem before you watch the video to make sure that you understand it or not. Okay, well, here's the height. Remember, the height comes down from the top to the middle of the square pyramid. All right, here, oh, good, they already gave us our right triangle. Here's the slant height right here. Okay, and here's the bottom of our triangle. All right, here's our right angle. So we know that A, well, A is the height. That's what we're looking for. We don't know what that is. And that can actually be A in our Pythagorean theorem because this is a leg. Remember, the legs are right next to the right angle. Here's our other leg because this is right next to our right angle. So we can label this B, 17.7 meters. Here, our slant height is our hypotenuse, right? Because it's opposite the right angle. So this is going to be C, this side. Remember, the two legs, the ones closest to the right angle, are A and B, and then the hypotenuse opposite the right angle is always C. So now we can use the Pythagorean theorem because we are talking about a right triangle here. We found a right triangle. We're trying to figure out the height, A. So we wrote down our formula. Now we still have A squared because we don't know what A is, plus B squared. So let me go to B is 17.7 meters. And it equals C squared. And we know that C from our picture is 27.9 squared. All right, so let's further solve. We can get our calculator to do, well, we have A squared plus, now we have to do 17 squared in 17.7 squared equals, it's 313.29. And then equals, now we have to do 27 squared. So 27.9 squared. Sorry, guys, 27.9 squared, because that's what C is, just 27.9. We have to square it. So in the calculator, it is 778.41. 778.41. Okay, now we have to further solve for A. We have to get A by itself. So we have to bring over this 313.29. So we have to subtract it because it's a positive. So to get rid of it, you subtract it. All right, we can use the calculator here. So we're going to do 778.41, which is actually already still in my calculator. I'm subtracting 313.29 equals, and it looks like it is 465.12. Okay? So bring down A squared. The 313s cancel out. You're left with A squared equals, and this side, after you subtracted these two numbers, we got 465.12. Now, the last step, we have to get A by itself. If A is being squared, the inverse operation of a square is to take the square root, to cancel out the square. So you're just left with A equals, and then whatever you do to the one side, if we take the square root, we have to take the square root of the other side. All right, so in our calculator, we're going to do the square root of 465.12 equals. All right, here we have 21 point and then a long decimal there. But if you go back up, look up here, they want us to round to the nearest tenth. So it would be 21.6. All right, so the last thing we need to do is to just answer the question with a sentence. We were looking, if you look back up, we were looking for the height of the square pyramid. So we can write down the height of the square pyramid is 21.6. And then it looks like our units, if you look back at the picture, are meters. So it's 21.6 meters. Okay, make sure you have all of the correct work for the Got It. And then you can begin the 12.3 classwork on digits.